think that wealth should be distributed. People who have gained their wealth from the public and continue to gain their wealth, not distribute their wealth. And you're going to say you align with them because all of their policies make them richer. I think that that's something that's critical.
I mean, I thought about constitutional socialism, which like,
those two things don't go hand in hand.
I mean, I have an example of it being very close to history, for instance. In the country of Chile, there was a Salvador Allende who took over in 1970. Then the government of 1973 was building like a constitutional socialist framework until he was overthrown in a military coup by the American government in 1973. It's the American businesses that employed Chilean people who want to industry and then they nationalize.
Yeah, socialism never worked.
I mean, sometimes the form of socialism
is just a stepping stone to communism.
Other times it's standard on capitalism, imperialist markets, like in Chile.
Yeah, I disagree. Socialism is just a stepping stone to communism. Yeah, that is how you're just pro-communism is all you are. Anyways, back to abortion. Like this, you're go ahead and tell me now a morally relevant distinction between the unborn child and the born child to where we can kill them. I'm still waiting on that.
I mean, I'm not one of the bad controversial folks who are absolutely certain, but I'm not a scientific expert or philosophical expert, but I admit I am neutral on whether or not abortion is the life in itself. What I do believe is that whether or not it's a life, practices an option of abortion can be less evil, especially under a capitalist society.
How so?
Because if the child who wanted won't have access to care, where the child who won't have access to
why won't it have access to care?
Throughout their childhood. So
why won't it have access to this?
If they're born to a really poor family, for instance,
so really poor families don't have access to food?
Depends on how poor they are, but
okay. Well, that's not true.
I mean, you've got an entire third world, for instance.
Sure, they have access to food still. Maybe not clean water, probably not the best food, but they do have access to food.
Intermittently.
Sure. Most of the world is going to be developed, though, correct?
Well, if you look at global wealth inequality, it's inequality like Britain. Well, off the top of my head,
1 minute
I think it's about 50% of people who are considered to live in some form of poverty, for instance.
We're planting at Alpha.
I don't care about living in poverty. You said have access.
Right in flight. Countdown started.
Well, the nature of poverty means you don't have that. Is how
true. The nature of poverty is just going to mean that your household income is less than a certain percentage. Yes, right?
At least in America, the poverty is if you make $20,000 a year, and you're that is actually the poverty threshold. If you make $20,000 a year. Now, obviously, if you make $20,000 a year and you're 7 years old, it's not a problem somehow. Yeah, if you're an adult, if you're 40 years old and you make $20,000 a year, yeah, you're in poverty.
How do I actually disconnect?
He was a waste of time.
Yeah, that didn't go so well.
Hey guys.
Hi, how old are you?
19.
What year were you born?
2006. July.
Okay. Are you pro-choice?
I am.
Enemy movement in the AO.
Okay. Can you give me the argument that leads to a pro-choice conclusion?
Well, I know, like, every time I join these lives, you guys be like, can you give me an argument? But it's like, I don't have, like, a specific argument. I just think that women should be allowed to choose what they do with their bodies when it comes to abortion.
When it comes to just abortion?
Or just in general, like, but, like, especially with abortions, too. Like, if you are the one carrying that child, then you should be able to get rid of it if you really don't want it.
That's why I'm asking, because it sounds like you're arguing bodily autonomy.
Final minute.
So, is that...
But this is what I'm trying to say to you right now. I don't know much about debating. I'm not, like, a pro-debater. I don't really know the terms of, like, arguing bodily. Like, I don't know any of that. I'm just saying what I think is morally correct, you know? Like, I'm not very good at
You think that women should have... I understand, right, that you think women should have the access to abortion. What I'm looking for is, why do you think abortion is morally permissible?
I don't know what that word means.
Why do you think it's okay for women to have abortions?
Because it's their body, right?
No.
You've won that round. Get ready for the next one.
No, they're trying to say the baby isn't, like, their body, but the baby is a cell.
No, they're not.
Search and destroy.
Like,
No, it's not just a cell.
I get it
Made
if
They're
it's
saying
actually born, like,
on.
it's like, actually...
Hold on, let me
They're
address what
made
you
of-
just said.
No.
Okay, you're a little bit argumentative.
Well, this is a debate space. If you can't handle the internet, you should probably not be on it, princess.
Bomb drone
Okay.
is online.
Oh, you're talking about princess?
The issue I have here, right, is that you're saying that it's just a clump of cells. But you're saying that just to dehumanize, because in that worldview, you yourself are just a clump of cells.
Well, it's just what you said. It's,
No,
it's
it literally is a clump of cells, babe.
What does
So are
that
you.
mean? What does that mean?
Babe.
Oh my god. Right, so I'm a clump of cells right now. Wait, what are you trying to say to me right now? How would I be...
Yeah, so why can't we kill you when you're just a clump of cells?
Okay, go ahead. I think this conversation is going to kill me anyway.
Just to be clear, just to verify, you do consent to this conversation, correct?
1 minute.
Right now, yeah, I do.
Okay, great. So, with that being said, can you go ahead and tell me why we can't kill you when you yourself are just a clump of cells?
Well, if you want to kill me, you can kill me. Like, if somebody ends up killing me, then I'm dead, right? Like, I mean, I wouldn't want it necessarily, but it would happen. If someone, like, would set their mind to killing me and then killed me, then I'd be fucking dead. And I'd be like, damn, that sucked, but, you know, I'd probably try and stop it if I could, but, I mean, if you end up killing me, you end up killing me.
Okay, and should I force, like, should I receive no consequences for the action I took in killing you just because you existed?
Okay, let's talk about this. I lived 19 years of my life, okay, and I could live however many more years of this life. If there is a baby in a woman's stomach which has not been born yet, hasn't got any life experience, but the woman who has the baby in her stomach has lived however many years and will live however many years into the future, and having that child would traumatize her, and she would, like, she doesn't want it, she doesn't want anything to do with the baby, she didn't even need to get pregnant. Why is it fair to then take the baby, like, have the baby...
Notice how she didn't answer
instead
the
of
question.
She
Literally asked the question with a question.
Like, have a good life, you know? Does that make sense?
No.
I mean, you probably get what I'm trying to say, but...
All you're telling me is that because the baby, to be clear, babies aren't in your stomach, they're within your uterus, but,
Okay.
so, what you're all you're telling me is that women can sacrifice their children by killing them for their own gain and benefit?
I'm saying that if you don't want to have a... Okay, let's try not to be argumentative. I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm just trying to
I'm
be
asking
civil.
you a simple question.
Okay, wait, let me finish because I'm just trying to be civil with you. I'm not trying to... Okay, hold on. I'm just trying to be civil. Like, I don't want it to seem argumentative. There's no reason for you to be hostile towards me. We can have a conversation. You can try to change my mind. I can try to change your mind. But at the end of the day, we both know what we're set on in our heads. So it's okay to just Try not to patronize.
Can you just answer her same question?
If you think this is me being aggressive,
You're being a bit patronizing, I'll tell you that much.
if you think that this is me being aggressive, you have seen nothing yet, darling. I've changed a lot in the
Oh my
last
God.
week, so be grateful.
Darling, stop.
All I'm hearing is her whine and complain.
Yeah, this is just you dodging.
He's whining and complaining. What are you talking about?
What have I whined and complained about?
Your whole voice is whiny, girl. I'll be so for real with you right
Wait,
now.
can I ask?
You should say you want to be civil.
That was great. Good info. Okay. Now can you tell me why you can kill your child inside of the
I
game?
don't have a child.
Lord.
Are you
In general, why can I... Okay, you tell me why you think so.
10 seconds remaining.
Great.
Okay, well, that was a very productive conversation. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. You know, it's hard to have productive conversations with people who seem to be descriptively as intelligent as a rat. Do you have an argument for the pro-choice conclusion?
I already told you guys at the beginning of the conversation that I didn't have an argument. I just told you guys that I think it was morally wrong to not let a woman choose what she wants to do with her body.
Why do you think that's wrong?
I already told you that, if you listened.
I can't believe we
No, you didn't actually give a reason.
I didn't give a reason that's up to your standards, is what I didn't give. But I gave a reason that was up to my standards, and that is enough for me.
All you said was women should be allowed to kill their children because women should be allowed to kill their children.
Well, if they want to, go ahead. Like,
So smart.
This is why people need to be educated on problematic circularity. So if I told you that, say, murdering 5-year-olds is okay, you ask me why, and well, I'm trying to like reduce this so that even someone like you can understand it, right? So
well, I didn't understand murdering, so I don't understand what you're saying.
Yeah, unaliving someone using TikTok friendly.
Unaliving? I don't know what unaliving is.
You're just trying to bid. Okay, killing someone. You can use that term. I know you're trying to get the live taken out. It's not going to work. You're a troglodyte. Hey, so low tier.
What?
If you, I know it's too big of a word for you. Troglodyte. Sound it out.
Wait,
anyway.
repeat it again. I can't hear you.
Troglodyte.
Wait again. Wait, what did you say?
I'm dog walking here. This is
Wait, what did you say? I didn't
This
hear
bullying
you.
session's getting recorded. Yeah, so give an argument for
Wait,
the
what did
pro-choice
you say?
conclusion irrational.
I didn't hear you.
Stop running from me, low tier.
Wait, I actually can't hear you.
Still waiting for the argument?
You're lagging.
Still waiting for the argument?
You're lagging. You're lagging.
Still waiting for the argument? This is a
Why are you talking like you're on CSGO right now, boy?
I'm talking like I'm dealing with the remedial individual. I am. Yeah, what's the argument?
Still waiting for the argument. You are not on Fortnite.
What's the argument?
Did she just assume your gender?
Yeah. What's the argument?
I did assume your gender. You sound like a man.
Yeah, maybe we need to muzzle the dog real quick. Maybe we need to muzzle the dog. I can't muzzle her for some reason. Where did my powers go? Interesting.
You should still have them.
Oh, I guess I just don't. It says not much. Yeah, we need to muzzle the dog. Oh, that's unfortunate. Hey, so
why are you guys so angry?
what's the argument? What's the argument?
It's a Monday night. It's a
Still
Monday
waiting for the
night.
argument. Still waiting for the argument. You think that you're rage baiting. In reality, you're just embarrassing yourself. You think that you're rage baiting, but you're
I'm
actually
embarrassing
stupid to give an
myself.
argument. You don't even have a reason for your beliefs. To call people like that, by definition, irrational. So what's the argument that leads you to the pro-choice conclusion, low tier?
Low tier, what'd you say?
Yeah, low tier. You're a lower echelon.
Oh my god.
Yeah, what's the argument?
You don't see better.
Give us that premises. Go ahead. What are the premises? Come on.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I figured.
You're just getting angry at me.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, that's what I said from the beginning of the live stream.
Yeah, you outed yourself as being a moron from the beginning. Good job.
I put Jacob Wiley as Donald Trump. Hey, that's all I want.
You don't have any premises. You're a total moron, really.
No, what's the argument, idiot?
I already told you guys I didn't have an argument. I said that at the very beginning.
I just
I don't know
believe
why you
that.
keep asking me that. I literally just wanted to have a civil discussion and see your guys'
A
points.
civil discussion, yet you insulted the host before I even got rhetorical with you. That's cringe. Do you want me to semantically reduce the word rhetorical, or is that too big of a word? Is that out of your caliber, or what?
Oh my goodness Christ. You just want to talk to yourself. Go look in the mirror and start talking. That's
I would have a better conversation with the mirror than with you. You're that dumb.
Then go and do it.
Like, holy shit. What's the argument for no choice? I don't have an argument. Okay, why do you believe what you believe? Well, I just do because I do. Wow,
Yeah,
you're so
exactly, and that's
smart.
okay. Some people just want to believe
You think that's okay?
You believe what you believe because you do believe that.
No, I have justifications
Yeah,
for my
yes, I think
beliefs.
so.
You don't just believe it circularly, otherwise you're a moron. You should have some
Okay,
sort of
well then I
external
guess I'm
reasoning.
wrong.
Thank you. All right.
There you
I
go.
think
You
we've
got
ended
your
this
one.
conversation.
You got what you wanted. You want to put me more, and I guess I'm a moron to you.
Well, you
That's
admitted
okay.
to it, but I mean, it's just descriptively true. You don't have any external reasoning that leads you to your conclusion. You just believe it because you believe it. You believe
And
that
I already said that. I
right,
don't
that's the sign of a dumb person.
Okay, and I guess I'm a dumb person.
Okay, I guess so too. You've been diagnosed. Can we remove this?
There we go.
Search and destroy.
Very good. What did you get from that, Jacob?
Satisfaction.
Yeah, you go hard.
Bye. Troglodyte, go stare at the wall.
I wanted the entire debate to be Donald Trump.
Please, somebody come debate him and this Donald Trump was the entire. He couldn't need the argument, really. That's hilarious. We just put a tariff on her intelligence. She's an idiot.
Someone in the comments wants to know what you all think about copper IUDs.
I'm anti-birth control, so.
You are anti-birth control?
Yeah.
Moving here.
Why?
I find it to be immoral.
Why?
Number one, because I'm Catholic.
I'll be back.
Number.
When I get reelected.
Number.
He's so dumb.
Oh my gosh. He annoyed me so bad the first few times I heard him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's annoying as crap, but I love him to death.
Yeah, he's growing on me. He's definitely growing on me. I think that birth control creates not only a false security, they're unhealthy for women. The long-term effects are negative. It goes against God's natural order for things. And the purpose of intercourse, it goes against as well. I don't think that there's enough transparency within it. I can go on and on reasons why.
I mean, I guess
I think it allows for promiscuity. I can't talk right now. In society. So I mean, there's a lot of reasons. I would say that we should ban all birth control that has the possibility of killing a zygote by not allowing implantation. So I think that we should ban all those. The other ones I just think to be immoral. Laws are going to get those.
What if the intent isn't to be used for pregnancy?
I'm okay with off-label usage as long as it's medical.
Be advised, enemy bomb is still active. Move to defuse. Bomb disarmed. You've won that round. Get ready for the next one.
The intent's gonna matter. I do believe intent matters.
Yeah, it's been prescribed to me multiple times for PCOS.
Yeah, I have it too, and I want to very long time.
Yeah, again, I actually think that it's wrong to prescribe it for PCOS and other conditions because it literally just covers up the problem, the symptom of the problem. It doesn't actually treat the problem.
I mean, yeah, I do agree with that. But, like,
so I think that's problematic.
It's like, has the church actually against birth control? I didn't think there was anything biblical about preventing pregnancy.
Going to go against the natural order of God. If he has things in place for a reason.
Enemy lethal zero.
It allows false sense of security.
Or engaging in sex anyways is for reproduction. It's not for pleasure.
And to become one, right? When you're married, like, sex should be something that's reserved for marriage in God's eyes. You're sinning if you do it outside of marriage. And the intent should be that two becomes one, like one flesh. So Catholic churches believe in national family planning where you can track your ovulation and abstain during the times that you ovulate. But that would be like it.
Search and destroy. 141.
Yeah, I mean, like, I understand the perspective of, like, this break, because I feel like birth control is, like, is like a good alternative, but like I understand the perspective.
Yeah, the more like I've looked into it a lot, and I never questioned it when I was growing up, because the church holds an authority that interprets things and that reads between the lines, and so we're not interpreting things ourselves, and the reasonings for it, I think, hold up.
Device in place. Countdown started.
W for sec.
No enemy movement in the AO. Job well done. The mission's complete. Good work.
Oh shit. Do not get protected MBO.
He said, protect the Catholic Church is based. True. You get the W for that one. I fell away a little bit in my 20s, late teens, early 20s. But came back to it. The older I get, the more research I do into it, the more set I am being Catholic. I think the fullness of truth is within the Catholic Church and the Eucharist. That's how I feel.
Did you see that the Pope 6'7"? Sorry, that's so random.
What?
The Pope did 6'7".
I don't know what that means.
You know, like the meme?
Yeah. I don't know what that means. I thought that it was just stupid.
It is. I just thought it was funny that the Pope did it.
Yeah, I don't know. This Pope's okay. There's things I respect the office, the position that he holds. I agree with him on some things. On other things, I don't. But the Pope is a fallible man, so I don't have to agree with everything that he says does.
Search and destroy. Watch the objectives. Set up security.
Moving this way.
What was that beep?
My feet?
What'd you beep?
Oh, I was setting a timer on that then.
Your oven
Careful.
sounds
Area's hot.
for us. When is your house gonna be done, man?
Hoping by the end of summer. We're going through, right now, cabinets and stuff are being placed in.
Movement here.
Yeah,
Cancel
but we have,
last.
all custom woodwork and stuff inside. So it's going to take a while to do all the trims and stuff.
Oh, I thought all that was done. They were just waiting on the one inspector.
Oh, no, the trim and stuff has to come after the... I have another inspection a week. I got to get...
1 minute remaining.
Well, we could probably move in sooner. I don't know. But no, the molding and stuff is being hand carved out.
Rich people shit. Yeah.
Not rich people shit, just people who want to be in debt for a long time. I had a paid off house and now I've quadrupled what that cost for this house.
30 seconds remain.
Not including my husband's job in the bar.
That's what I've been trying to convince my mom to do. So my mom, they live in a trailer right now, and their rent is super decent. They only pay lot rent because their trailer's paid off. They pay $600 a month. They make over 100, like just barely over 100,000 a year together, my mom and my dad. And my little sister's moving out and going to college. So, like and she's talking about, oh, I think I'm going to move to Florida and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, you're 54 years old. Like, why are you going to buy a $300,000 house just to be in debt for the remainder of your life? Like, that's just dumb to me. Why not move out of where you're at? Because, you know, they have to pay water. Yes, they still have to pay gas and electric. But it would be cheaper because they don't have.
The round is lost. Focus on the next one.
It's going to be close to $30,000. And I'm like, why would you not just sell it for $10K, move, bank that, and then just pay $800 a month for a one-bedroom apartment and just save up money and build something, like build a tiny home on the land that you already have? And it's just dumb to me.
Yeah. Well, if they already have land, then that makes it better, right? But depending on what kind of water, like everything, if there's not already a lot set where everything's wired in, or plumbed in, then they have to do that. Like we had to put, because of what I want the property for, we had 5 wells that we put on the property. And then we changed it to have it hooked up as a commercial. When I decided to get the LLC with the farm, and then with my husband's business on the 2 acres, then we are going to, there is wired into there too, the wells. The house is going to be on its own meter as not commercial, but then the rest of the property is going to have commercial power lines. Yeah, so there's just a lot that's like gone into it, but we had to start from scratch, right? This was just land, farmland.
Uncle bought like 4 acres of land and then divided up between the 3 kids, his 3 nieces and nephew, and gave it to them as his gift for odd to me, but I hate that he did it all. Just how he's gonna go. But anyway, but yeah, so it has nothing on it, like nothing at all. So they would have to do all that crap.
Yeah, and there has to be inspectors and developers, and they have to approve. Like, so then with us when we built, we had different plans drawn up. We decided which ones we wanted by the dimensions of where we could put it after the developer told us where we could have it. And then we had to get the county approved. We're outside of city limits. Then the county has to approve, and then we had to have like surveyors come. We had to remove trees. There was a bunch of stuff, and then there's waterway that goes through our property. Then there was more stuff that had to do with that because some of the trees that had to be removed were along the water, but we had to leave stumps and yeah, like, so there was a lot that went into it. So we're further behind than I wanted to be, but then I changed things along the way. Like, my husband went through with the electrician and the not developer, what am I? The contractor, the builder, and he chose where he was going to put all these different light switches, things like that, and I changed it all. And so then they had to like repair the whole, because I was like, that's not going to be how I want it. So they had to rewire things and change things. So I was like, that's really stupid to have a light switch right there. Obviously, a man decided this. So
this is how Canada convinced you.
Well then.
Walter Jr. Bye.
Actually, no.
There it is. St. John Family Dairy.
You need the Band-Aid. Somebody hurry.
Y'all can see how we kept this place so
Hey,
safe.
voiceless, welcome in.
Fence keeps them out. You betcha. They fry like bugs in a zapper. We're pushing 4,000 people to that thing. The generators now.
How are you?
I'm going to assume that's a lot.
Get ready for the next one.
Thank you for sharing the live. Appreciate it.
Got kids in our group. Doesn't seem
I'm good.
Search and destroy.
Don't worry about that. We got plenty to keep them entertained.
This place looks untouched. You never know the rest of the world is in ruins.
It's worth protecting. It's all the juice.
You know, somebody come down the drive.
Yeah, this is our money.
This is a crazy episode. What? Okay, you have about 30 minutes.
Gary.
This here's Lee. He's been living down at the old motel, round the way.
They got a few more friends staying at the old motel.
Oh my goodness, that place is pretty vulnerable. Have you got someone with survival experience to lead your group?
I'm throwing Lily under the bus.
They live in the military.
Wait, that's good. That hotel is the safest place. Now that y'all are here, we'll make sure you're safe to home.
Ground secure. On to the next.
Things are far y'all.
Amazing.
Can't get stuff like that anymore.
I feel like it does not apply to the rest of us.
Search and destroy.
I wasn't talking about many.
Plant the charges and demolish the objectives.
Shit? Oh, my prayers have been answered.
Maybe our for the day.
Well,
Mark talks too much.
Y'all go get your veterinary friend and I'll prepare some dinner. A big feast for all you hungry souls. It'd be nice to have some folks to help out around here again. Danny, why don't you come help me out in the kitchen? Why don't I head back to the food and round up everyone? He's weird.
Might want to take someone with you.
We lost the
Remember,
ground.
those roads.
Prepare for the next one.
I can handle myself.
There's speculation that Danny's a PDF file.
Oh, please.
Search and
Take a
destroy.
look around. Once you get settled in, I could use some help securing the perimeter.
Place the charge. Detonate the target.
Sometimes the dead get tangled up in the fence before they cry and
In
end up
30
on the
minutes.
open post. It'd be a big help if you could
You've
walk
had it
around.
longer than...
You can learn a little something about our fence. I'm going to go top off the generators before they run dry. Come get me when you're ready.
You betcha. This place is
Yep, a PDF file.
fence. Man, that's the fence. Play our cards right. This might turn out to be good.
What do you mean? As far as what?
Moving this way. Careful. Area's hot.
Before you can think about bringing our whole group here to stay, you need to figure out if this
Use TikTok Live Studio, if that's what you're asking.
Safe enough.
And then, Lori, quiet down.
Checking with the team sounds like a decent way to get a good look at their defenses.
All right, I'll keep my eyes open. You find out what you can from Andy.
Yeah, so I use TikTok Live Studio, and then so like my background and stuff is an image that's just set behind everything. My username that you see above me, that's just an image that was made, and then that you just pasted in there with the background removed. The same with the new here, say hi. So I use Tickfinity, and I use TikTok Live
30
Studios.
seconds left. We're planting at Bravo.
And then I also have dual monitors, so that helps.
Device in place. Countdown.
I did a lot of searching on the boob tube. Sorry, on the YouTube.
Too bad it's broken.
On the tubes of views.
Duck would have loved something like this to play on.
Kids used to like that old swing even more than the tour sometimes.
All right. Mind if I fix it?
Sure, that'd be great. Sure does appreciate y'all helping out.
I could just say to him, more for the sake of tomorrow. Make it safe for them and done. And let the sage.
You've won the round. Get ready for the
Xfinity
next
is free.
Streaming on your station.
No, I'm streaming from PC. Xfinity is free, but there's a paid option, which is what I use. It's like $20 a month. But TikTok Live Studio is free, and Xfinity is free. Just a minute.
Our counter UAV is active.
Moving this way.
But like all my stuff, so like my camera.
Flanking here.
Well, my camera is once. So I actually first started streaming on my Xbox over my Twitch. But this microphone only cost me $20. And it's lasted me 3 years. These headphones only cost me $20. One of my cameras cost me $20. It's a Logitech. And then my other one was like $50-$70. I bought from Best Buy. It's a Logitech Stream Cam.
Do you stream on YouTube as well?
I have been thinking about it. I just have not done it yet. I gotta upgrade my RAM before I can do that because I only run on a 16 gig right now and I don't think I'd be able to handle double streaming right now. But I've been thinking about it. My computer I bought off of Amazon with an Amazon card for $1,700. So when I started, I just started with an Xbox.
Odds know we can pull our weight around it.
And my gaming chair was a gift from my husband. I hate. I need a new gaming chair.
You
I know.
can double stream on our studio.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, my OBS doesn't work well with my computer for whatever reason.
Yeah, that's
I think I need to upgrade my RAM. David. Did he grab it? Did he grab the room? Sorry for all the background noise.
Well, you stream Blackman Telltale as well.
I can. I definitely can.
This is too big right now. But if I can find something that cut it down to size, it's might be convincing for the swing.
Actually, oh, this map was in Modern Warfare 2, I think.
We have to ask him.
Sorry.
Well, I'm glad you got this stuff.
Plant a charge on the target and level it.
Folks are pretty well armed and stockpiled.
We've spent together with supply in the last few months. Aren't yourselves? What kind of protection do you have?
We elect to do guns to protect ourselves, but we really only use them when we go out on property. And we're inside the perimeter of the fence. It's all
Moving.
safe.
You've secured the device.
Get to know the place for a minute.
Okay, well, we got to secure the perimeter, so don't take too long.
I'll take as long as I want. Don't you tell me what to do. Jerk face. You guys know the Lord behind Danny St. John? Alright, I just said that.
Already making some repairs, huh?
Welcome in, Diego.
Go right ahead.
1 minute remaining.
Alright, let's go fix that. Oh, thank you for the rose. I know.
This shouldn't be too tough.
30 seconds remain.
Thank you so much for the rose. I appreciate you.
We're planting at Bravo.
I was gonna be thrilled to see that old swing.
Device in
Next
place,
up.
countdown starts.
I like it too.
Did you say something, Byron? Oh, my goodness. Did you do that?
Just
You know, hey, Kenzie, his brother out here on that swing every morning. He has real slick for Achilles.
real stickies.
Our device.
Why didn't he throw a sticky?
We lost
Hey,
that
glad
round.
the
Prepare
splitter's
for the
almost
next.
done. 2 more days. How are you?
Search and destroy. Target
Shay, welcome
objectives
in.
need to be detonated. Play it smart.
Good place to stay. I'll keep looking around.
Right. Keep me posted.
Find nothing. Oh yeah, let's knock on the door. So we can knock on the door and talk to.
What are you going to do this summer? Animal Kitty ready for July long.
I'm gonna work at the early learning center,
Moving here.
and then we go on vacation to Universal in June.
Well, there, Lee. What can I do for you, sweetie?
Can I help you with anything?
I think with Danny's help, I've got things pretty well squared away. Fine. That's okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
He's got a little weight on his shoulders these days, so I'm sure he'd love any help he can get.
This lady's long-winded.
Final minute.
Family's done an amazing job of keeping this place up.
Aren't you sweet? Thank you. The boys and I try to adapt as best we can, but we still keep some of our old routines to help remind us of different times.
Planet, set containment.
What happened to the rest of your staff?
Oh, we had our share of tragedy here.
Moving to my
Where a lady comes here once a week, seems fun long. Step the first night.
Okay.
Showed up here. It was.
Switching sides.
The rules does this outside.
Search and destroy.
Why did you ask?
Set a defensive perimeter
I'm
around
sorry,
the
that was
objective.
rude.
Well, don't you worry about it. We've got a great big dining room that will fit your whole group.
When will dinner be ready?
It'll be a while still.
Oh,
but you'll be with it. Trust me.
What, Paige?
Has your family been holding up since, you know?
All my boys have been my saving grace.
Enemy
They
planted
both
an
left their
alpha.
jobs and came home to help out after the attack started happening. I don't think it was hard.
It wasn't really protected.
And it
Moving
was
here.
always more of a mama's fault. But don't tell her I said that.
If anything comes up that I can help with, feel free to let me know.
This is the most weird conversation ever.
Have you ever played a job?
Red Dead Redemption? No, that's not RDR.
On site is still hot. Move fast.
Yeah, it is. Right?
All
Yeah,
hostiles, bomb defused.
I haven't.
Round secure. On to the next. Search and destroy.
Listening to
Defend the objectives from hostile.
one of the Norman abolitionist lives. And I am just like so disgusted that they think that we should be like stoning people.
That we should be doing what to people?
Like stoning and killing people. Like that we should be doing that to like the GAY people and I'm like just disgusted by it. Who gives them that authority to do that?
I don't know, Sugar. I don't know. Like, I don't understand how anybody can say. I'm glad you brought this with me. I don't know how anybody can say that we can do that. Because me and Truejoy actually had this conversation. And I can't remember exactly how he went about it. Because I told him, like, I would argue that, like, biblically we had gotten rid of the death penalty and stoning because of, the
enemy movement.
Drawing in the sand of people's sin who, can cast the first stone. Nobody could because everybody was sinful. So, like, to me, that would be, and he said no, and he clarified, but I still don't see how anybody could throw a stone because I would think, biblically, you have to be completely sinless
30 seconds left.
in order to do so.
Well, yeah, like,
That's really bad
and
interpretation.
the more I look at like the death penalty, so I think that in some cases the just consequence would be being sentenced to death. Yeah, I do. However, I don't think that, like you said, a sinful human that don't abide by God's morals, we all fall short and fail, right? Especially with how corrupt our government is. I don't think that we have the ability to do this morally. And I would 100% of the time, if there is a chance that somebody is innocent, and that means that, like, a criminal also gets set free, is what happened. Do I like that? No, but I don't know if you were in there earlier when Link was talking. I don't remember who's live. It might have been yours. And he was talking and saying about how if there's 10 men who have been sentenced to death and one of them is innocent, should we then not put any of them to death because we don't know which one's the innocent? Yeah. That would be a grave injustice.
I agree, but that's not an argument against the death penalty in principle, because there are people who we know absolutely 100%. Like, come on, you say somebody.
The round is lost. Focus on the next
there's
one.
going to be clear cases where someone.
Search and destroy.
I think that
target objectives need to be
in the old times when there wasn't the ability to keep society safe from evil, because we weren't able to have like incarceration, at least not the same way that we do today. Then yeah, I think that death would have been that we could. It would be just. But today, I don't think that's the case.
I agree. I mean, and that's why I. I just don't think that we have the ability to properly charge anybody. Like, I heard this kind of blew me the other day too. I've been listening more, just because I like chicken a lot. I actually adore her. And I was listening to a live that she had reposted. I don't even think she was in there anymore. And they had said something about, like, witnesses would, because there has to be 2 witnesses. And they said the witnesses would be the person reviewing the evidence. How is that? That's just somebody looking at the stuff that they've come to.
Mind you, they're depressed, so they're by definition confused.
Switching sides. Search and destroy.
Right, and so that's where interpretation comes in. Because if we're talking about legality, yeah, a witness could be somebody that's reviewed. It could be a psychologist that's reviewed behaviors and previous events and the current event, and determined based on their knowledge and education what the likely outcome should they see. But that's not witnessing the actual events play. That's just looking at notes. So no, I agree with you. What does witness mean?
Enemy bomb at
Yes,
Alpha.
that would be important to find out what is a witness.
But I did have a really pretty good minute. And as I love to say, I'm delicious. I love chicken. Holy shit.
Okay, I don't hate them, and that's where, like, I would differ from some people who are really, like, against them. And I consider myself to be an abolitionist. I'm not a Norman abolitionist. And so on that, I definitely am just saying anti-abortion. I'm 100% completely against abortion. I want to see it abolished. But I'm not going to call myself an abolitionist because I don't think it's worth it to fight these people. And so that's kind of me.
Well, she pointed out a lot of good things to me that, like, there's like a list of things that you have to do in order to be considered an abolitionist. And she went through the list. And a lot of them are like, you know, you have to actually, like, your church has to be active in going out and standing against this. And going out, like, to the actual mills. You yourself, too, have to be doing this. So even she said, you know, a lot of people say that they are, but they don't necessarily abide by the abolitionist standards to meet that criteria. And I found
why would you have to go to the? Why would you have to go to the mills?
I'm not sure why that falls in.
If you're doing your advocacy in other ways, if you're being pulled into a certain area of it, I don't see how this would change you advocating for this. I understand that you should be speaking out against it, spreading the gospel, trying to change minds, but I don't know why that has to be done in front of an abortion clinic. In order to be an abolitionist, that doesn't make sense to me.
Switching sides. Search and destroy. Plant a charge on the target and level it.
The Norman statement.
You've got the bomb.
As Christians, we should be spreading the gospel, leading people, planting that seed, that mustard seed, you know, leading people to Christ instead of away from Christ. Interpretation means so much, like, that's one of my biggest issues with Protestantism. Who interprets things? Who adds what they want to add? They say that they go straight, like, well, you follow the 5 solas, right? You're gonna not add to the Bible and the teachings. How can you interpret without adding anything in? When I was talking with Adrian, he was talking about the adulterous woman who Jesus saved by she was drug out. He added that the man was not there. It never states that the man was not there. I believe through the Catholic interpretation, right, that's already been determined by the church fathers, that, yeah, the man was not there, so therefore the man and woman were not drug out, only the woman. But it doesn't state that he wasn't. So how can they come up with that he wasn't there without some sort of authority telling them or adding something to what is not written or what is written? And I see that a lot. Like, there has to be some sort of an authority. There has to be. Or else we get these, how many different denominations. We have the Calvinists who believe one thing, the Lutherans who believe another, the Catholics who believe another. I don't know, the unity is gone without an authoritative branch.
Yeah, I agree. Alright, let me ask you some questions since there's, well, I don't know, maybe there's too many.
Fine.
I'm not fine with it.
Okay, because I'm not worried about anybody. I don't really...
Target destroyed. Solid work.
How can you...
The mission is complete. Good work.